the heart of 17th century Ndongo, where the sun burned the plains gold and the winds carried the scent of blood and incense, there rose a queen unlike any the land had seen, Queen Nzinga. Her name was carved into the bones of warriors and whispered by kings who feared her wrath. She was as cunning as she was powerful, a lioness in battle and a fox in diplomacy. But few know the darker legend that trails behind her, the story of her blade. It was said that Queen Nzinga did not receive her sword from any blacksmith or general. It came to her in a dream, delivered by a being cloaked in shadows. The night after her brother was murdered and her throne threatened, she fell into a trance beneath the sacred fig tree where her ancestors had once ruled. In that vision, the spirits of the old queens appeared, but they did not come with comfort. They came with a gift. From the ground, a sword rose, black as midnight, etched with ancient markings that shimmered like fireflies. A voice spoke. "This is Nkanga Yamfumu, the blade of kings. With it, you shall never lose. But remember, every drop of blood it spills must be paid with a piece of your soul." Nzinga awoke with the blade beside her, cold, silent, waiting. From that day, her conquests were legendary. She led armies against the Portuguese colonizers, outwitted European governors, united tribes under one banner, and brought fear to every man who dared speak her name with scorn. In battle, her blade moved like lightning. It never dulled and it never broke. But there were signs. Each time the blade tasted blood, something in her eyes changed. Her laughter grew hollow, her sleep restless. Birds would fall silent when she entered the forests. Even her war captains, men who had marched through storms and slaughter, spoke in hushed tones of how the queen sometimes spoke to shadows, how she stared too long into fire, how she no longer blinked when lightning struck. Years passed, and Queen Nzinga grew older, but never weaker. She ruled for nearly 4 decades, and the people began to say she was no longer a woman, but a god. Statues were raised, songs were sung. Yet, in the quiet of her chambers, she kept the blade wrapped in black cloth, locked in a chest carved from the heart of a baobab tree. One evening,